What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JB, aka Spoken, and I am here with another thing of unspoken truth. So let me go ahead and get into this topic right here, man. This right here is a little different. I wanted to touch on something that may be sitting on a lot of y'all minds, especially if you, especially in the realm of entertainment. All right, and if this ain't got nothing to do with your career field, I think you should still listen to it because, you know, you just never know. So, LA, a lot of people are living in LA, and of course, that's nothing new. And I'm pretty sure we all know someone that lives out there, especially that moved out there in the past 5 years. You know what I'm saying? The past 5 years. And, you know, I've lived in LA quite a few times. I'm there on and off. I'm not there like I used to be, but I just wanted to touch on some things on how you should move if you do plan on moving out there, because so many people ask questions on what is it like out there, how are the people, is the industry as messed up as they say it is, all the other stuff. You just know, is it weird? Look, let me tell you something. Number one, weird people are everywhere. Okay? Weird people are everywhere. It doesn't matter the state, doesn't matter the city, doesn't matter the country. Weird people are every fucking where, and good people are everywhere. Now, before you move to LA, especially if you're going in the realm of entertainment, you gotta realize that you have to go out there with a mission. If you don't go out there with a mission, there's gonna be a high chance that you're gonna run into bumps and bruises. Alright? There's gonna be a very high chance. Because LA is set up, that atmosphere and that environment is kind of set up in a way where you can lose your focus. So if you don't go out there with a mission, you can lose it just like that. You can lose just like that. And, you know, I've seen people come, I've seen them go. I mean, I've even left 3 times, I believe, like 3 or 4 times. There's been times when I had 2 cribs at once. I have one in Florida, I have one in LA, and I'll just do my thing. And there were times when I just up and left everything in Florida and said bumping and just moved strictly to LA. And there were times when I just said bump LA and I'm just living in Florida again, like I do right now. Now, if you're going out there for entertainment, it is a cool place to be if you're looking for like-minded people. If you're looking for like-minded people, LA is the place where you may possibly want to pursue if you're serious. I won't ever knock that part of it. I won't ever knock the fact that, you know, the fact that when you're living in the place that you're living at, say for example, you live in a small town or you live in a country town or hell, anywhere outside of that joker, unless you're talking about New York or something like that, you can find like-minded people. It's just that you're not going to run into as many of them as you would like, and especially if you're a creator. You know, so when I first moved to LA, it was cool. I was able to get the resources that I needed. I could get the actors, I could get the musician, I could get pretty much anything that I want. But the downfall about that is you just can't go out there emotional. If you go out there emotional and you don't have tunnel vision, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall, you're gonna run into trouble. Now I'm about to go to a spiritual point of view for those that believe in God. If you do believe in God, I do feel that you need to be prayed up before you even step foot off that damn plane. Hell, before you even step foot on the plane or leave the house from whatever state you coming from, you just need to pray that everything's gonna go in your favor. And if it doesn't go in your favor, at least you can go there and learn and gain something. At least you don't go there and, don't just show up and don't get nothing from it. LA, everybody, you gotta realize that everybody out there is on a hunt. Everybody's on a mission. Most people out there, I hear it all the time. People calling each other friends. They all in each other's face, smiling in each other's face. And truth be told, man, I'm not saying that you can't make friends out there. You can make friends anywhere. But LA is so political to the point that you damn near have to kiss ass in order to be truly successful amongst other people and make it to the top. If you're going out there just to do your independent thing and you do your independent grind, that's cool. Be nice to people, whatever, do your work and go home. But if you're talking about going out there and you want to make it to the top and you want to strike gold, you're going to have to kiss some ass, straight up. You kiss ass everywhere, depending on how far you want to go. But especially in LA, the way the politics is set up, you're going to have to do some kissing ass, all right? That's pretty much how it works. Don't be going out there looking for people to have your best interest, because they don't. And in my case, when I went out there, I was on fire. I had a lot of things running. I had a movie, did the Heat. I was successful in my own right, and people preyed upon that. People saw that, they saw lit, and they did whatever they could, and they were willing to do whatever to try to get up in my space. And this is why I'm so adamant about preaching, protect your energy, and we're walking into the realms of alignment and protection, and pull your card, because you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself at all costs, because it ain't nothing but a bunch of wolves. Ain't nothing but a bunch of wolves walking around, but they're wearing an innocent face. They all have motives, and you got to find out what that motive is. You got to find out what their intentions are. And I'm gonna tell you this, man, if you one of them type real cats and you just say it like it is, that may not be the place for you. That may not be the place for you, because that's just not how it works. You going out there saying, I'm keeping it real, I'm gonna have to tell y'all what it is, ain't that person gonna break me. That's cool, but you only gonna go so far. But you gotta be okay with it. Alright? You gotta be okay with it. Like I say, when I was in LA, I was only there just to do my work and go home. I wasn't there trying to make friends with everybody. I did my networking. I got my resources, and now I'm able to look at it from this point of view way over here in the state of Florida and say, look, I don't need that life every day. I can just check in and check out. Understand this, man. You don't necessarily have to live there in order to be successful. A lot of people feel like they have to straight up live there. And like I said, it just depends on what you're trying to do. I once lived there for a while. I'm not gonna knock saying that you shouldn't experience it, but you definitely don't have to live there. I mean, everything you need is right around you. It's just all about how you choose to go about it, how you choose to go about the search, and how you choose to go about building your relationship with the people around you just at the spot that you at. Now, if you just can't find nobody or no type of connects around what you got running or resources, then I suggest that you relocate or whatever. But the way the world is set up now, man, everybody knows everybody. You can have 2,000 views and everybody pretty much know who you are. They may not act like it. You may not get all the comments. You may not get the likes that you feel like you deserve, but it don't take that many views. It doesn't take that many likes for people to figure out who you are or, notice you. Some people, they feel discouraged and like, oh man, ain't nobody seeing me, man. I got to get up and move my whole life. Nah, you don't have to move your entire whole life. you know what I'm saying, your entire situation to another state just to be accepted or just to try to get ahead. It can happen to where you at, from where you at. I mean, in my case, like I said, I was doing my thing in Florida first, and then I relocated. I made sure that all my ducks were in a row at home before I went blind into a situation in a whole nother state, a whole nother field that I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't regret it. I don't regret going to LA. I don't regret living out there. There are some good people out there. There are some bad people out there. But also too, man, I want y'all to understand too, when you talk about the industry, what is the industry? You know, people say, oh, this weird ass industry, Hollywood and all this other stuff. I mean, really? I mean, weird people, like I say, is everywhere. What is the industry without people? The industry ain't the industry without people. So we should just strip the word industry and just focus on the people. You know what I'm saying? I think when they come up with this thing and they state the thing called the industry, we look at it in a few locations like Atlanta, New York, maybe Miami, or or LA. That's what people think when they think about the industry. But nah, the industry is all around you, you know. And this is the same thing what I've been trying to stretch and teach everybody, as far as you understanding that you are the media. There are people that are posting videos every day, leaving comments, even if you're a regular consumer, leaving comments, sharing stuff, putting out your 2 cents. You don't understand that you are the media too. You are a part of the media. There's nothing more funnier than hearing someone say, oh, it's the media's fault, when you are the media. I'm the media. We all play a role in this thing. So let's not act like that we're not the industry as well. The people play a big role in the industry as well too, because they have a voice now. They have a voice. They have some sort of power behind their words and their action. And those words and actions can move weight, It can move weight. It can move muscles. So, like I say, man, it's a lot of hungry folks out there. A lot of people trying to accomplish their dreams. People living in and out of houses and shoeboxes and suitcases, and Lord knows, man, I done seen a lot of situations out there. I done seen people living out their cars. I lived out my car out there in that motherfucker. I done seen people do all sorts of jobs just to try to make it, and you wouldn't even believe. But like I said, if you're gonna pursue LA, at least, not even at the very least, all the way around, go out there with a mission and stay on your tunnel vision. Okay? Because there's a lot of things out there. They don't call it the lost city of angels for nothing. I believe it's the lost city of angels because you can lose your soul out there. You can lose your soul out there because there are so many people out there that have bad intentions, or that probably went out there with good intentions at first, and they just lost who they were. And since there's so many people there, you add all that up over the years, this is what you get, And like I say, people are willing to do whatever it takes to make it. And whether that's taking you down, or lying on you, or stealing from you, putting you in a bad deal, making sure your name is not good in the meetings, and all the other stuff, they'll take it to all different type of measures. But you gotta understand what your mission is, and you gotta know when to get in and when to get out. That's just like anything, You retire the game, don't let the game retire you. You retire the game, don't let the game retire you. So go out there and get your money, man. When I was at ADD, All Def Digital, if y'all don't know, I was the starter of All Def Digital. I didn't come up with it, off the top of my head. ADD was built off my back. I met Russell Simmons, I met Steve Rifkin, and they wanted to do like an internet Def Jam sort of. And I was literally the guinea pig experiment. I was the guy that ADD was birthed off of. It was birthed off of the SpokenReasons channel, and then it just went from there on. And you know, it was a real good learning experience for me to understand the business side of things, how people work. And when I used to see people in the office, when I realized that things weren't going right and that my deals were getting messed up, and that I realized that people were stealing from me and a bunch of shady shit was going on behind my back, I used to always tell people, especially if I liked them, I used to always tell people, hey man, get your money and get out. You know, don't be around here trying to be friends with everybody, because everybody ain't your friends, you feel me? And that's one thing that really kind of gets to me a little bit, man. You know, I'm a cool person, man, but I always tell people I'm cool, but I ain't friendly. And going out there in LA, that's just not the lingo that they understand. Maybe it's the Florida in me, and I know a lot of people feel what I'm saying. There's a lot of people out there that feel exactly what I'm saying, but that goes back to what I'm saying as far as when you come with that real. When you come with that real and you just too real. That's just not the lingo for LA. You can be blackballed for stuff like that, because people, LA is like it's like high school, okay? It's like high school. Look at LA like Instagram. Instagram is set up in a way where, especially creator-wise, where everybody click up, everybody work with everybody, and if I don't like your stuff, and if I don't double tap and hit the heart or like your stuff or whatever, and I got all the followers, then my peoples won't see you, and they may not do it just because they don't like you. That's how LA is. LA is nothing but high school. Everybody know everybody. It's just like all the Instagrammers know all the Instagrammers, and they all click up. This is why they click up. And you got to be careful about what kind of elbows, you know, that you rubbing and the hands that you shaking, because I can assure you, for every 2 people you run into, or hell, every person that you run into, there's somebody connected to them that you probably wouldn't even expect to be connected to them. So you don't go out there running your mouth. You don't go out there talking crazy, shaming folks, just talking out the side of your neck. Do your work, go home, stay prayed up. Do your work, go home, stay prayed up. If you happen to find good people out there, find them, hold on to them, and keep it pushing. But do not look at that place like it's the end all be all, because you know, there's a big world out here, and honestly, some of the most gifted people in the world, yeah, it's a lot of them out there in LA, but some of the most gifted people in the world, for real, I've all discovered them in small cities, you know, for real. I feel like all the hidden talent and hidden gifts are really in the places where people don't look. Like LA is a huge opening. You can see what everybody doing. You can see who's all out there. You can see who's doing what. But there are thousands of other different cities out there that you haven't looked at. You have not taken a chance to pick that rock up and look underneath it to see who's there. And that's what I love doing. And this is why I feel like I don't really need to be in LA as much as people think I need to be. You know, maybe they may say, hey, well, you know, what about movies? What about the audition? When you gonna do another movie? Yeah, I'll go out there for a certain amount of time and do my audition and go back home. But at the end of the day, this is the beauty of independence. These aren't the 90s anymore, or the early 2000s anymore, where you had to be in LA to make it. No, you have to be here to make it. No, the fuck you don't. You can be anywhere on this planet. As long as you got the right plan in motion and you stick to it with that faith, consistency, and hard work, you'll be just fine. You only use LA as a finesse tool. You use New York as a finesse tool. You use Miami as a finesse tool. You use Atlanta as a finesse tool. All these major cities where they broadcast television shows or movies or whatever, use it as a finesse tool. You don't have to look at it as the end all be all. Oh, I have to be there. Oh, I have to live there. You know, like I say, you can experience it, but that's not where it ends. Okay? Most importantly, understand who you are. If you don't understand who you are, there's no way in the world how you're going to walk away with true happiness. And at the end of it all, happiness sustained is the ultimate key. It's the ultimate key. You know, there are people out there with money doing their thing, but when they go home at night, they hate themselves. Or they're wondering, well, how do I have all this money? Or how do I have all these people around me and they love me? They're liking all my stuff. I got 3 million followers on Instagram and all this other stuff, but I'm still not complete. This is what I was talking about when it comes to your spiritual life. You got to make sure you're whole on the inside. You got to make sure you're constantly reevaluating yourself to make sure you ain't tripping. You got to do a whole lot of soul searching, and also too, like I said, guard your energy. You know, like I said, when you're around people with bad intention, that bad energy can rub off on you. So imagine going to a place where everybody's hungry, where it's a dog eat dog field, and you going out there thinking that everybody's your friend. What you're doing is you're allowing the energy to smack you dead in your mouth. And yeah, you can get the money, you can get the Maseratis, you can be in the movies and all that stuff, and you can look cool to your family, you can look cool to the world, you can look like that nigga, you can look like that bitch. But at the end of it all, happiness is true. I can't stress this enough. Happiness is true wealth. You know, that's the true wealth. Go ahead and get that bag. Of course, that's what you out there for anyway. You out there to polish your material, to polish your brand, to get that bag, but also to leave with your mind, leave with your pure heart. Because I guarantee if you leave with the money in the bag and all that stuff and the fame, and your mind ain't there and your heart ain't there, you gonna fuck everything. You're gonna bring poison to somebody's life and multiple people's lives. And like I said, when you fucked up and you ain't got no respect for yourself and you already messed up, you don't understand what you're doing to others. So, like I say, man, you can make it anywhere. It just depends on what your career field is, what your mission is, and that's it. But make sure you leave with your peace of mind. I told myself when I moved out there, JB, if this takes away from your peace of mind, if this takes away from your happiness, if this takes away from your calling, it's time to go. It's time to go. And a lot of people don't understand that because they're so used to looking at television. They're so used to looking at movies. And when they see someone make it or hit a big screen, they expect them to pop up in their face every single month or every single year because they're used to seeing that same format for years. That's a format that they created. That's not something that's really normal to the human existence. You can change that now. You know what I'm saying? You can change that. Everything that's made can be broken. You know what I mean? I control my own narratives. You know what I mean? I don't let nobody control my destiny. I don't let nobody put a hand on it at all. I'm very protective about how I walk in the game of life. And I'm damn sure not gonna let some fake ass niggas come in the way and steer me wrong. You know? Because I don't wanna. The last thing I need in my life is for me to bring that energy back home to my family or anybody around me that loves me, because it ain't worth it. Alright? So, do your thing, get your money, take care of yourself, protect your energy at all costs, and always realize to go into every situation just understanding that these niggas may not love you like that. You hear me? Go into every situation, especially in a dog-eat-dog field, understanding that they ain't your friend and that these niggas probably don't love you like that. You keep that in the back of your mind, you'll be all right. That's how you make it in LA. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Get the FCHW merchandise, faith, consistency, and hard work. It's on FCHWlifestyle.com, SpokenReasonsTV.com. I appreciate all y'all for showing love on the merchandise. I appreciate everybody for subscribing to the channel. This has been an amazing walk so far, and I'm uploading every single day. And like I say, man, if you got stuff that you want me to drop, talk about, hit me up in a DM, email me or whatever, man. But yeah, I had to go ahead and get this topic out of the way because a lot of people want to know, what is it like to be in LA? I'm thinking about pursuing LA. I'm thinking about living out there. Hey, do your thing. It's expensive as shit. And I'll tell you that. It's expensive as hell. But it can be even more expensive if you don't take care of yourself. It can be even more expensive if you don't pay attention to your surroundings. Alright? It can cost you a hell of a lot more than that. So, if you go there with something, make sure you leave with more. Leave with more. At least leave with a goddamn understanding. Dang. If you didn't do anything when you was out there, at least leave with an understanding of just understanding how the game works. And then you could really move, you know? And then you'll have the mindset that I have and you'll feel the way I feel. But unfortunately, a lot of times people, they won't understand until they actually go through it. So, I told you what it was like. You can take it or you can leave it. Peace.